Okay, we're gonna be watching Flicky, who's playing Genji for most of this, and then a little bit of Widow. They are Masters. This game is Masters 2, and it is on PC. I played ranked tonight, lost 3, won 3, and then demoted. For this game, Ilios, I don't know how we lost this. I was killing Pharah, Mercy as Genji, and we couldn't capitalize still. I do know I wasted like 2 blades because I thought if I just got one pick, it would have won us the game, but it didn't. I mostly solo queue, but went to hit Masters 5. I got the worst matchmaking ever. Blah, 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 blah. And then eventually you start this section, which goes, the problem arises when I try to queue alone or with other supports and masters. Am I stupid for thinking that both supports only focus on enabling? Our tank is wrong. Usually I can do fine without extra enabling from a support, but as I've come to realize, once I do well in one fight as Genji, they automatically all swap to Genji counters. I could play well into my counters, or so I thought, because I was doing it with that 4 stack. I just couldn't do it. And then there's some other stuff here. There's like literally like 5 paragraphs here. I'm just not gonna read it all. So took a look at this replay already, and I have some notes. And I don't really even understand why you're spending so much time thinking about your supports, because there's so many problems with your play that it doesn't make any sense to me why you think about your supports. Like I'm not seeing you die because you're not getting in healing. I'm seeing you die because you're making major mistakes. So in an effort to try to help you understand agency in this game, why do you win? Why do you lose? I'm going to talk about a system that I think of as deserve to win, deserve to lose, and even. Every team fight, I define them as, do you deserve to win this team fight? Did you deserve to lose it? Or is it even? Meaning that, kind of could go, like, it's not like you did enough to do poorly, you didn't do enough to do really well. It's kind of left up to fate, chance, the teams overall playing well. So what does it mean to deserve to win? I think the most common example is you get a pick and you live, right? If you just get a pick and then die right away, that doesn't actually help you because all you did was trade, right? That's not positive value. That's just even value. So a good example is Widow, right? Widow, let's say, kills a DPS with a headshot and then instantly dies after that. You might be like, oh, the Widow's like, oh, I got a kill, but you also died, so it's even, right? Like, that doesn't matter. Or a Widow who gets a kill and misses every shot for the rest of the fight. Same thing. It's just as bad as if you're dead, almost, right? Technically, you create a little bit of space from your presence, but that's not enough, right? So deserving to win is getting a pick and living. Or major pressure to the enemy team. Okay? Forcing out cooldowns, forcing out healing, forcing repositioning, creating space, a lot of space. Those I would define as deserving to win a fight. What does it mean to deserve or lose a fight? Well, 2 things. Number 1, dying without gaining enough value, right? This is the most common way. You just get picked right away and you're like, oh, shoot, I didn't really do anything. Or number 2, making a major error, right? Using an ability that wasn't needed, right? And didn't do anything, depending on which, like, so obviously short abilities, like if it's a 4-second cooldown, nobody cares. But if it's like, Baptiste Lamp, which is a 24-second cooldown, that's a major error if you throw it and you didn't need it. Or number 2, also using ultimates that are not needed or didn't change the outcome. So, or obviously technical issues, right? Using an ultimate and not getting any value with it is another example. So we already have a framework right now to think of as deserve to win, deserve to lose, and even. And I would say that if you deserve to climb out of your rank, okay, you're going to make, let's kind of establish thresholds, okay? If you are like a 55% winner of games at your level, which is enough to climb, but it takes you a lot of games, probably takes you about like 20 to 30 games to climb, 1 to 2-ish ranks, then you're probably going to have mostly even games and almost like, I would say maybe mostly even fights, maybe like 1 deserve to lose a fight per game and several deserve to win the fight. Okay, so if you imagine, let's say there's 10 fights in the game, which is underestimate, but let's just say there's 10 fights in the game. I would say you're looking at something like, 3 deserve to win, 5 evens, or maybe 6 evens, and then 1 deserve to lose, right? So it's a net of +2, if you think of it that way, right? Where even is 0, deserve to win is +1, deserve to lose is -1. If you are really good, if you're at 60% win rate, I would say you're looking at something like a +4. That feels about right. I think you're looking at +4. I think if you're at +4, you're like really carrying at this point, and you're going to climb out of your rank really quickly, probably within 10 games. If you're super carrying, which I would consider Smurf level, winning 70% plus, you're looking at +6-ish. All right? So +6 would mean something like 4 evens and 6 deserve to wins out of 10 games, 10 fights. right, with no deserved loses, which I think is pretty accurate, right? If you're a 70% winner, then you're making virtually no major errors that matter over the course of the game. So let's analyze this game from that framework. Okay, we're going to track, did you deserve to win this fight? Did you deserve to lose this fight? Or is it even? Because I think this replay is actually a really good example of this. So let's start. So here we go. First fight. You're going to identify, okay, Pharmacy. You're going to climb up. You put good pressure on the Pharmacy. I think you missed that dash. Still putting good pressure on her. Right? Note that the Discord here is very helpful to getting that initial damage. Zen's pressuring her. Right? Dodging. You see the Mercy. Go for the Mercy. Alright, that's good. Good second fan. Yep. Very good. Dash crew. Great. Fantastic. Farah bumps you off. Good on Farah. You missed the dash, which is unfortunate, and then you die. So how do we evaluate this? Well, you got one kill and you died. Is it even? Deserve to win? Like, where does it land? I would say deserve to win. The reason being is that you not only got the kill, but you also sort of got the Farah lowish. I think the Zen was helping you there as well, and maybe the Torb. But you occupied so much time from the two of them that I would consider that major pressure, right? Because it's 2-on-1 this whole time, and you do a really good job of applying pressure, right? Again, the Farah is just continually shooting at you, right? Tries to go for the Zen, right? But obviously, you still get this kill. Farah starts shooting at you again. Farah really can't do anything other than try to get that one kill on the Zen, which the Zero didn't even get. And then finally gets a kill on you, but it's way too late and you kept the point. So you deserve to win this fight. Did you win the fight? You did. And for the record, sometimes you deserve to win the fight and you don't win the fight. Obviously, the other team can make plays too. Your team can make mistakes. It happens. But we're just looking at it from that framework of what you can control. Let's look at the second fight. We're looking at 130. So we'll start from you. Farah's overextended, right? Doesn't have a Mercy pocket. Damage. Kill. Great. So you're already looking pretty good here, right? So you get a kill. You're going to come forwards. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Right? Round on round battle. He's purple. You dash through. He's super low. You get the kill. Great. So now that's basically, 2 kills right there. And guess what? You capped the point, which is great. And then we follow this through. This is still the same fight, right? This is just cleanup mode. Injure him. Dash Tracer, kill Tracer. Great. So 3 kills there, definitely deserve to win the fight. But for the record, getting extra kills doesn't really matter if you already win the fight. It doesn't matter whether you kill 1 or kill 5. If you win the fight, you win the fight. Very important to note, and I think a lot of people forget that. So far we're 2 fights, and you're 2 for 2 in terms of deserving to win. At this pace, you would be an excellent track record. I would virtually guarantee that you would win this game. But let's watch the next fight over at 225. So you're here, and then you're going to be fighting this Farah initially. Ryan's up ahead. Again, you complained about the supports, but they definitely healed you there. In fact, they Suzu'd because you're afraid you were going to die. You're standing here way too close to the Ryan. You dash in. Here, Kitsune's popped here. Damaging. You pop Blade here. You swing at nothing. You dash and miss it. You swing hit the Kiriko. You could have killed her right there, but you jumped. You waste the Blade. And Kiriko basically solo kills you. Okay, that's obviously bad. That was really bad. You not only didn't kill anybody, you didn't even apply a significant amount of pressure, and you used Blade and got no kills. So I would say you deserve to lose that team fight, and you did, right? The other team caps it. So right here you're 2-1, right? So you're +1 right now. But maybe we can turn this around. So the next fight is going to start at 314. So you're coming in, your Ana dies right away, so you're already down 1, but I think it's still fine to keep fighting here, like, there's no reason not to. Right, you killed the Farah, great, so that's good, so +1. I mean, obviously your Ana's dead, but like you're looking good right now. Alright, Kiriko's really low, you really should have gotten that kill. You really should have gotten that hit. Should have gotten that hit too. Working on the Mercy, kill the Mercy, kill the Tracer rather, then you kill the Mercy. And this fight's basically over, right? So great, like you got three kills there or whatever, right? Four kills in that fight, and guess what? Your team one is going to have the point, okay? And so right now it's 73-60. So again, that's you're +2 right now, and your team is in fact leading. And it's not just only 13% up, because at a minimum it's going to be like another 15% before they can recap. Okay, so realistically, you're probably more like 85-90% up. A sizable advantage, which makes sense. There's 3 fights where you carried and 1 fight where you completely threw. So you're +2, looking good. Let's look at the next fight at 415. So the enemy team is getting ready to push in, right? You can see them all. They're all pushing in right now. You see that Cassie's low. He's still super low. He's one dash to a kill. You decide, even though he walks towards you, completely not realizing that you were there, you could have just dash killed him right now. You choose not to get that, which is a major error. Shatter happens. You're attacking, poking here. You dash in. I think that was a risky dash, but it's okay. You go for the Cassidy, and the Cassidy is dead. And you're going to fight this out. And now you pop Blade. And then you die. So let's rewind here. So for starters, obviously that Cassidy should have died. You should have killed the Cassidy here. Okay, recognizing the Cassidy does not seem to be paying attention to you. And that you even saw him walking back towards you, right? If you went around the corner, it's one thing. You saw him walk back towards you, you should have turned back right away and dash killed him. But even then, what's important here is that your timing is totally off. This fight is engaged and committed, and yet you are not fighting here, right? Shatters happen, right? Their whole team is here fighting, doing stuff, but you are very late to the party. And by the time you come in to apply pressure, your team is already down 2. You're just not doing anything, right? Now you're finally in, and you see the Cassie's just like, whatever, I'll just kill everybody else and just ignore you for now. Cassie dies, which she really shouldn't have. There's 2 supports here. And then, this is a 3-on-2 situation. They only have 60% right now, and you're at 99, which means you only need 1 team fight win for the rest of the game to win this round. In which case, the best plan is usually to save all your team's ultimates and pop them in the next fight versus trying to force it in this fight. There are 2 supports right now, both of whom are very evasive, and a full health tank. And it's just you and a Kiriko. For you to expect at half health to kill them, it's something Kiriko is not trying to heal you, right? She healed you, she gave you Suzu. Like, I don't know what you're expecting here out of your support beyond what's already going on. Right? You're just whiffing the blade. Like, watch this again. Right? You pop Blade despite being at half health. Your Kiriko's on the opposite side of the point. She tries to heal you right away. Right? You whiff this one, or at least force Suzu. Right, you dash. You whiff that completely. That Suzu wasn't even relevant. You just whiff it. You hit 1, whiff, 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 and that's it. So, huge mistakes, right? Not only was your timing not correct, but you also wasted Blade. So that's almost like a double error. But for now, let's just assume regular deserve to lose. So right now you're at 3 fights that you deserve to win, and 2 fights that you deserve to lose. Let's look at the last fight, which is 501. Alright, so you're coming out. Oh, actually I had to back up a little bit. So for starters here, you're coming back from spawn. You're staggered, by the way, because you were the last one to die there. You're going to kill the Kiriko, which seems great, and which I would normally give you just like a regular, oh hey, that's a really good play. The reason why you kill the Kiriko is because she's actually laser set and trying to kill your Ana. Right? So you see how she did a lot of damage, she hit the headshot there, she does even more damage, now the Ana's super low, and then the Pharah's going to finish her. So yeah, you kill her here, honestly a little lucky that you hit a triple headshot this distance, but in reality, the reason why the Kiriko was available as a target was because she was killing your Ana. So you don't actually get real credit. I mean, obviously somebody needs to kill her, but you're not ahead in the conventional sense. You're like barely more than even, I would say. So ultimately, your team just traded supports. Right? It's coming in now. Spamming a little bit. You see the Pharah. You go after the Pharah. Right? You eat that direct. You're super low. Kiriko pings for you to come back. You get healed. Right? Kiriko heals you to full. Again, I don't know why you're complaining about the support. It seems like totally normal to me. You reload. Go for the Pharah. There's a lot of missing going on. Even more missing. You dash in, which is really dangerous. Right? Pharah's low. You missed the deflect kill. Beat's popped. And then you die. I don't even think you forced Beat, right? I think Beat was kind of coincidental. I think somebody else, I think the Nano Rhino point forced Beat. Right? So ultimately, you don't do anything here. And I don't think you play poorly here per se, but you do end up dying without doing anything. And I think that's unfortunate. So this is somewhere between deserve to lose and even. I'm going to give it with deserve to lose because you just ultimately didn't have enough impact, and your staggered death on the previous point means that you got here late. So we'll put this under deserve to lose. So recapping, six fights in round 1. 3 of them you clearly deserve to win. 3 of them you clearly deserve to lose. Or 2 of them you clearly deserve to lose, and the last one's like maybe iffy on deserve to lose or even. So at best, you're +1. At worst, you're 0. That's what a 50% winner looks like to me. All right. If this was your play every single game, I would say, yeah, you look like you're about on the rank. Some rounds you carry, right? Some rounds you don't. In fact, not only say you don't carry, it's different between not carry. It's not binary between carrying and not carrying, right? There's carrying even and throwing, right? And so half of the time you carry and half of the time you are throwing, right? Those blades were atrocious. They were like really, really bad. I'm like shocked that you're a masters on PC having blades that bad. Okay, so let's watch the next point. So the next point is going to start at 6:45. So you start Lighthouse, you're going to see the Pharaoh again. The Pharaoh, doing some damage. You dash. Kind of a risky dash there. Take some more span damage. Pretty tough for your team to heal you, by the way, because it's Lucio, Ana, and you're really up high in the sky, and then you die. So, like, you get the Mercy low, and then you die here. So, clearly, you deserve to die here. You deserve to lose, right? Like, you just threw for no reason. You didn't need to force this fight. Like, the pharmacy is already really far back. Right? You could have chosen, for example, to stay here and, like, farm the Orisa, right? Help deflect and farm damage that way. There's a lot of choices that you could have had that were not trying to dive into Mercy with 120 health. So you deserve to lose. 728. You've gone Cassidy to try to deal with the pharmacy. You come up here, you're going to two-shot the Kiriko, which is really great. I don't know why she's standing still. But then you over-pursue here. You try to go for the Cassidy. You greed, despite knowing the Orisa's here. You saw the Orisa when you walked up. The second you do this, I as the Orisa would make the same call, which is like, I don't know what the heck you're doing. I'm going to go kill you now, which is exactly what she does, right? She runs in. She pops Fortified to make sure she can't get hooked. She kidnaps you. You're stuck in the room, and then you die. So you killed the Kiriko, but she gets rezzed, and then you die after that. So I would still consider this a major error because it's unnecessary, right? You did not need to try to like ego fight that Cassidy at that moment in time. You could have just chilled here with your Roadhog, prevent the res, apply pressure to the Orisa, and then push in. But instead, you tried to be over aggressive, and then you die. So now we are at what? Deserve to lose 2, right? Deserve to lose 2. Let's look at 750. Alright, pharmacy's out here, and you get booped off the map. I don't know how you can blame your supports for this. You clearly deserve to lose. Like, why are you standing this far back? You see it coming in the air. You could have, for example, rolled to try to stay alive here, but you just die. So now you deserve to lose 3. Nobody else is going to save you from that. So now we're at 823. You miss it. Pharaoh gets popped. Goes over you, kills you. I mean, do you expect a support to be standing here, like healing you? Like, what do you think is supposed to happen here? Like, you're just not doing anything. You're over here doing nothing, and then you die. Okay. 850. Last team fight of the game. 78%. You're scoped from spawn. Looking. Right? Pharmacy's out there. You're just looking. You're not doing anything. You're clearly not going to get any angles to hit anybody. They also know you're running Widow, so they're going to be very careful about where they're playing. Pharaoh ults. Kills 2 people on your team. 92, 93, 94. I mean, you're obviously not going to rekeep this with you and a Winston. So I would say that's the 5th one, right? You had 5 fights, 5 team fights on second point. You deserve to lose every single one of them. Every single one of them, you made a major error and or did nothing. So if we sum that up together, what do we get? Out of 11 fights, out of 11 fights, you have 3 that you clearly deserve to win, and 8 that you clearly deserve to lose. And even if we take one of those and make it even, that's still 7 that you deserve to lose and 1 even. That doesn't look like somebody who even belongs in this rank. That looks like somebody who at this level makes major mistakes and doesn't understand how to influence the game. Okay? I get that you were probably very frustrated by the pharmacy choice, and like we could talk macro-wise about whether or not Genji was the right choice here, but I'm not going to focus this video on like how to play better as Genji. I'm just going to use this video as an opportunity to explain to you, why do you lose games? Why do you win games? It's when you can impact team fights. And if you're not impacting the team fights, there's bad, right? Again, like we could go into like what is the exact timing for blade, right? How to apply pressure, how to farm ult charge with deflect, which you didn't do at all, right? How to just not ego challenge Pharmacy over and over and over again as Genji. When you should even playing Genji at all against Pharmacy. I'm not going to do that in this video. Somebody else can do that for you, right? But in this video, I'm just purely breaking down what does it mean to win or lose a team fight, and how does that translate overall to winning and losing games. Because at the end of the day, the sum value that you provided in this game to your team was significantly below what the matchmaker would have expected from you, which is why you lost this game. I'll end there. Hopefully this is helpful.